best thing about being on holiday is you can lie in as much as you want. It's currently 10:30 and no one has come to speak to me. I'm just lying around, doing nothing. I'm actually in quite a lot of pain. I think I've done something to my toe. Yesterday, in between dinner, and kind of like pudding and stuff, I normally have like a 20 minutes sort of like sit around, have a bit of wine, have a bit of talk, conversation, but often I'll go off and have a kickabout. And yesterday we were having a kickabout. It was all fun, all games, and I thought, I'm going to try kick the ball with my left foot. Now here's the bit of a backstory that needs to like provide context to this. I'm naturally right-footed, but when I was younger I used to play on the left because I want to say when I was like 6, we were in Switzerland for a holiday, and my dad was like, right, for the entirety of this holiday you can't kick the ball with your right foot, you have to kick the ball with your left foot, in like hopes to build up my left foot. And it worked for the longest time. Like, I think there was a period of time when my left foot was probably even better than my right, but I was able to pretty solidly kick with both feet. Like, I was pretty useful on both the left and the right wing. And because obviously more people are right-footed, I went on the left wing. And I thought, yesterday I thought, maybe I can go back and see what it's like. Absolutely scuffed it. Wasn't wearing shoes either, which probably didn't help. And now my big toe is just covered in bruises. Like, or not covered in bruises, like one bruise. It's a bit painful, but my thought process is like, your big toe is quite a big bone, like it's quite difficult to break, so I can't have like done anything majorly bad because I just kicked a football. So that's my thought process at the moment. I'm just gaslighting myself. If it's really that bad when we get home in like 2.5 weeks, then I will get it checked out. But at the moment, I don't think there's an issue with it. It's a bit sore. Maybe I'll just like wrap it in tape or something. I still remember when someone at school, like primary school, broke their big toe. Let me get my conversation right. Broke their big toe and they had to wear Crocs all out in school. But she didn't just wear Crocs. She wore like one normal shoe and one Croc, and it was like a hot pink bright Croc, and it was like bedazzled and it had all of the gibbets in them. I just remember that's such like a, I don't know, like a core memory in my mind, going like, oh, what happened to your foot? And she's like, I broke my big toe. And she was so angry about it. I remember that so specific. Like, I remember exactly where I was standing in school. I remember where I was in the school lunch line. And then she sauntered up to the front of the school lunch line because she had a broken toe. And I was so jealous. And I wanted a broken toe as well because I wanted to skip the school lunch line. But yeah, that's me at the moment. Me just over my toe isn't broken. Can't be. That can't have broken my toe. My toe would be so much more deformed if it was broken. I say that having broken my finger and didn't even realise. The only reason I realised was because you can bend it. But I can bend my toe with that much pain. Oof. Anyways, I don't know how much longer I'm going to lay here. I might go see what there is for breakfast. I hope someone's gone down to the bakery. Currently on a walk because it's way too hot to go on a run. But I just need to get out of the house. It's lovely, it's fabulous, but unfortunately all we seem to do is wake up, tan, read, eat. And whilst I have definitely been saying that that's all I've wanted to do for the last month, now I'm actually doing it, it's really quite boring. And not in like a bad way. Obviously I'd rather be doing this than anything else. But like, it hits like 2 o'clock and I'm really struggling. Like, I've read my book, I've like tanned, and now I'm like, what do I do for the next like 4 hours before we even start to think about dinner? So I'm struggling a little bit. So I'm just going on a walk. Today though, we actually do have something planned. We're doing Olympics because we have a pool. So we're coming up with different ideas. I think we've got some handstand competitions, obviously some swimming. I think we're going to peel off into pairs and do synchro, which is going to be interesting because I'm pretty sure the pool's like only like 2 meters deep. So I don't really know what we can do there. And some on-land ones, obviously some running. Probably create some obstacle course or something. Hence the reason I might be elongating this walk a little bit, because it will be intense. But yeah, So it's been really nice. Lots and lots of warm weather. I think it was 3 days ago, 2 days ago, there was a bit of a dip in temperature, so we went to Porto, because we're probably staying, I think, maybe like an hour outside of Porto. So it's like the closest big city. And that's really nice. It's a really old city. So there's lots of history to it. Very, very, very hilly. In like everything's like, the best way to describe it is like, it's built into the city, like into the hill. So it's not like everything's at the bottom of the hill and you've still got some, like a few shops there and then at the top, like everything's stacked. I think it's something like it's 3 layers. Can't quite remember. So we did try some port, did do some port's wine, isn't it? Wine tasting. And now I'm not even sure. Went on a little boat trip down the I actually don't know the name of the river. In my mind, it's the River Port. That just cannot be true. But anyway, we went on a little boat trip and they told us all about like the history and the bringing in the barrel ships or whatever it's called, like the barrel ships that bring in the barrels, and how that all worked, and then how like Porto built up over time. And that's when they explained like the 3-level system of like, originally it was just obviously the stuff closest to the water, and then as the city got bigger and the metropolitan life kind of kicked in, they built up and up, I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's what he said. Yeah, and I took lots of photos, which I think I'm gonna, maybe not today, develop maybe tomorrow. Because on a Sunday everything goes a bit quiet, because it's still quite like a small town where we're staying, which is still quite like a religious town. So everything closes on a Sunday, because that's just what it's like. Same as back home, so not really a big surprise. So tomorrow I think we're going to have like when I say a bit of a lazy day, I mean like, I don't know. There's not much to do, so it's a different lazy day. I really don't know what I'm on about. It's going to be the exact same as the rest of the other days, isn't it? Anyways, we move on Monday, I think. Maybe it is tomorrow. Now I'm confused. We move at some point this week. We've got 2 villas rather than 1. And that one's a lot higher up in the mountains. This one, it's like, you're not in the town, but like maybe a 20-minute walk away from the town. Whereas that one, I'm pretty sure it's like a 20-minute walk away from any other civilization. And then like an hour downhill, down the steep mountain, walk away from the town. Which I don't mind. I sometimes like being a little bit more remote. But yeah. Yeah, really, we've been doing nothing. So I keep trying to get some like little like B-roll or clips, and then it's just, oh, no, I've taken this video about 4 times. And the only difference is maybe the cloud placement, because it's been the same every day. But I'm trying. I love you to your heart, and I love you to the top.